What? Don't look at me like that.
Oh, Carl, you're in a bad mood.
Coral,
I'm all
dreaming of you. Right, do the last one. Do the last one. Carl's saying we're never doing this again because we don't appreciate it. Yeah, Carl, you don't know how good this feature is, mate.
Right, last one.
Yeah.
Stocking, Aitken and Waterman.
Go on then, tell me about that one. What's that? What am I going to learn from this?
Right, well, do you know the saying, put a sock in it?
I like it already.
Do you know the saying?
Yeah.
Right, well, do you know where it comes from?
I assume it's shut up, so I'll stuff your mouth with a sock to shut you up.
Years ago.
Yeah. Sorry, am I right?
No, not really. Ages ago.
1970s?
50s,
Okay.
I'd say. Do you know the old,
I'd say.
do you know the old gramophone?
Yeah.
With the big horn on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, well, those stereos didn't have a volume control on them. Right? So they'd be listening
Oh,
to
so you
their
put a
album,
sock in the...
and you'd
mute.
put something like a sock.
That's a real one, you see. That's taught me something. That's good. That's excellent, Carl. That is the only one that counts, like chewing the fat, if they're true. I'm assuming they are. It works. It's of interest. I haven't got it verified yet, but that is educating Ricky. That's brilliant. I will say the other two were more entertaining. So, you know, I don't...
Do you understand the distinction, though, between that one and Electrical Man?
And, or I've hit my head, I can hear you, Mum.
Yeah. Can you see the difference, though? Or...
not really, because when I read all three, I took something away from all of them.
What did you take away from the
other
Electrical
two?
Man?
I just thought, oh, imagine that. Imagine how annoying that would be.
But that's
Yeah.
not education, is
And
it
it's
really?
not taking anything
No, but
away.
think about it, right? We take our lives for granted all the time, don't you? You get up in the morning, it's like, oh, I'll get up and walk for a shower. Some people can't walk, right?
Yeah.
This guy, he can't even have you know what I mean? It's nice to have a bath, isn't it, when you got time on your hands and
Yeah.
you can relax. This guy can't even do that. He might be alright for a bit, but he's not really enjoying it, because at any moment, it could strike.
Yeah.
So, he can't even do that. He can't comb his hair, because it keeps going a mess.
Yeah.
He can't watch his
Nor can
favourite-
you.
No, he can't.
Does he fight crime? What does he do with his powers?
Yeah.
I think he just has to sit around, because he can't work with machinery.
Right.
Because he'll probably blow a fuse.
Yeah, so he just sits around.
Think about it, what can he do? What normal things can he do?
Skateboarding.
Going for long walks.
Yeah,
Put a wetsuit on.
well, he couldn't do that.
Why?
Ooh, water and electric.
No, wetsuits aren't actually wet. They're dry initially.
Just put a whole wetsuit on and walk round with flippers and
A
rub the
wetsuit's
sole.
not like a dinner jacket that's like really wet.
Well, all I'm saying is think, do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And what was the
And
other one
the
again?
girl deaf, 4 years hits her head.
Yeah. That's just,
What have you learned from that?
What is that?
Well, imagine how happy you'd be. Remember that time when I nearly died? When I choked on a Mr. Freeze pop? Right,
No, tell us that one again.
No, I told you, didn't I?
Tell us again.
Yeah, but the people will remember it, and then it's...
They weren't listening. Go on. What happened?
It was ages ago when my mum and dad used to go out shopping on a Friday.
1970s?
Get the food in. get a week's load of food in the cupboard and that, and we'd, you know, they'd come in with all the food, and we'd all be like, oh god, you know, there's no food left on a Thursday really, so we'd all be hungry on the Friday by the time the food got in.
I love that!
And
That
I'd
they
be
wouldn't
like-
eat it. I imagine him like jackal puppies.
Yeah.
Just like licking your parents' mouth for food as they
So-
come through the door.
So they come in from the supermarket, they're emptying the box. Our kid had got some biscuits and what have you.
Frenzy, just a feeding frenzy, like pigeons.
I grabbed the Mr. Freeze pop and knocked it back really quick, but it wasn't frozen, so I knocked it back so it was like a liquid, and it went down the wrong way, right, and I was choking, right, and I nearly died. It must have been about, how long can you go before you die?
A couple of minutes to do
Right,
it.
I reckon about 1:50. Right, I was really close to dying.
How do you know you were close to dying? Did your life flash before you?
No, but I just was like...
There's loads of instances of him eating pops.
Yeah, exactly.
I just was dead.
40 of those.
Whatever, right?
What do
anyway.
you think you'd see if your life flashed past you? What do you think, which elements would stand out for you, do you think?
What? Start now, go back. Zoom. What do you remember? What's the first thing you remember?
As a kid.
Yeah, just anything
Right,
now.
Being in a hall and having our dog licking my face.
That's your earliest memory?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next one?
Right, next one's probably
What?
being at primary school with, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Was that your girlfriend?
Well, a little friend who was a girl.
Sure.
And we used to have, like, tins with letters in, and you'd have to write stuff. But anyway, what were we doing?
What? It got confused.
Right, so anyway,
I'm intrigued by the dog that was licking your face.
we'll bin that.
We won't win that.
no, it's a great feature. I just think you need to be a little bit more careful about what you consider to be education.
Gone
All
funny.
right,
I fell over.
Alright, well, I'll...
We'll work on it next week. Play a tune, and what have you got for us? Because we've got a big competition.
We've
Come
got
on.
to do the competition. We've only got 25
Yeah, well, come on
Don't
then,
worry
quick
about
then.
it, Carl.
Do
Play a
something,
tune.
play
We'll
a
come back with
tune.
Rockbusters.
What we playing?
Let's play a bit of Tupac.
Oh, that's what I'm coming out to, isn't it? The fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine it.
Whack it up. Whack a record or something.
Well,
Or...
we're on to another feature.
Oh, what is this?
This one is...
Rick, were you not at the planning meeting?
What is this? Go on.
This is, that song's got a good story in it.
Oh, is this that? Oh, God.
So tell us the rules.
Right, the rule is that it's songs that we play on the show every week, and there's a lot of music out that they just keep saying the same
Oh,
thing
just
over and over.
what is it? What's
It's
the
a
song with the story this
with
week?
a good story.
What's the song with the story this week? Just say it.
It's Gene Pitney, 24 Hours from Tulsa.
Oh, well, I'm really sorry about this. If you're an XFM listener, we got to listen to this. Go on.
Well, do you know what it's about?
Yeah, isn't he trying to get back to his girlfriend?
Yeah, he's been working away. Lives in Tulsa. He works quite far away,
Right.
and he's
Will
coming
this
back.
save us having to listen to the song?
Well, it's always good to sort of
Hear
tell them
the
what it's
story
about.
before you hear the story.
It's like you know.
Sure.
you
I like this before a film. Yeah,
No,
go on, go
you
on.
might read the book before you see the film, type thing.
Yeah,
So
never in my case.
he's working miles away. His missus is in Tulsa. He's driving back, and he can't wait.
He's
to
only
see
about 24 hours away, and I remember.
He's about 24 hours away, and he's a little bit tired on the way home. He's thinking, oh, I don't want to look a mess for when me missus sees me. So he says, right, I'll stay at a motel, get some energy and that, you know, for when I see you, have a
Nutri-Grain
shave.
bar.
So he pulls over at a motel,
Yeah.
and he's locking his car up, getting his suitcase out the back. There's a woman in the car park. He's like, oh, she's alright. She looks at him, he thinks...
XFM 104.1.
I don't think the suitcase in the boot is mentioned in the song. I think that's maybe a 12-inch mix or something. I've not heard that.
Well, basically, right?
Oh,
so
I don't remember
I'll play the record, for Christ's sake! Let them listen to it!
I don't remember him saying, cool, she looks alright in the record.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. 24 Hours from Tulsa, Gene Pitney, song with a story.
You are quite upset by the lyrics of that song, aren't you?
I just think it's a bit annoying that, right, he loved this woman.
Yeah.
Everything's going fine. He's only 24 hours away from home. I don't know what sort of distance he's done. But he can't wait to get home. And all it took was some woman in the car park to sort of...
Give him the eye.
give it an eye. And all the, like, the good times he's had with his missus go out the window. And, I don't know.
That's the dangers of falling in love with a prostitute. What I like about it, though, is the fact that he's writing this to his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's like, talking about rubbing it in.
Yeah.
I was kissing her and getting off with her, we were having a wild
Didn't
time.
take as
I
long
was
as
going
Carl did
mental on
explaining it, though. Yeah.
But did you hear the very end? Because
Yeah.
he's the loser, because he said, and he can never go home again.
Yeah.
So even though he's got this new girlfriend and that,
Yeah.
he can't see his old mates
He has
anymore.
falling in love with her.
Can't see his old mates anymore, he said! He can't see his old mates anymore!
Yeah. It's a sobering lesson.
I'll tell you a
because
song...
next time you stop at the Granada services, on the way back from, you know, Swansea, be careful.
There was a song that was a bit like that by Jim Reeves, probably out about the same time, a little bit before, right? It was just called, just 100 miles from Mary Ann, right? And, it was him and his horse going through the snow, and he was just 100
He
miles...
stopped at a little chef.
No, yeah, he fancied another donkey. No, but, it's really sad. It used to make me cry when I was little, because he got there, right, and he wouldn't leave old Ben, the horse. And he dies in the snow, and then so he dies in the snow.
He's gone again, you've gone again. Now, I get the same way, teary-eyed, with two little boys.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
Why not?
It's just...
Do you think I'd leave you dying when there's room on this horse for two? Climb up here, Jack, we'll soon be flying back to the ranks so blue. It was just like when they were playing with the little horse's head, when they were little, and he was a soldier, and he helped him, and he returned the favour in a war, which to me is a bigger favour than just letting him have a go on a hobby horse, but, a lot braver, if you know. Yeah, last number one of the 60s as well. Christmas 1969.
And it's, of course, based on truth. That's a history lesson right there. It is based on fact. It's a famous person. I think it was
Cromwell.
Winston Churchill and Cromwell.
Yeah, it's Winston Churchill and Cromwell.
Cromwell and Winston Churchill.
Yeah, they were both lived ages ago, so they lived at the same time.
Yeah.
Literally ages ago, so they lived at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, that's it then.
Is it?
Yeah.
Were you listening to anything we were saying then, Carl? Did you understand any of that me and Steve were just
You
chatting
just
about
saying
then?
that Rolf Harris did a good song about someone who's got to carry on a horse.
Right, and what was about the stuff about Cromwell and Winston? What do you think that was about?
I missed that.
We're doing humour, we're doing a little bit of humour. It was a satire on you saying age is not being specific. Do you like that stuff we do?
Yeah. That's it then.
Like just a cat looking out a window at a dead mouse or something. You can go, come here, and it's just looking at the mouse it could eat. You want to press the buttons and finish, don't you?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Play a record or?
No, that's it. It's ads and that's it.
Okay. Great. Goodbye.
What a wonderful ending. That was the really went out with a bang.